was also a great activist and a man who deeply committed himself to the problems of those who were less fortunate than we. He cared about Native Americans, did an awful lot of work with the indigenous population, lived for a long time on reservations and visited people in indigenous places in other parts of the world. And he also engaged himself very deeply with the problems that were facing the citizens of color here in America, primarily black Americans. And he gave himself, as you will see in the film, he did great things and gave us resources. And when he passed away, nobody knew about any of this. And I think it's important for people to understand how celebrity sometimes does what it does. That we are creatures that have a deeper sensitivity than may appear from some of the things we do. But there are those who care and those who feel deeply motivated by how they use their celebrity and their platform. This film attempts to reveal some of that. My reluctance to doing the film was that I was concerned about all of us who have been contaminated by celebrity. Celebrity does strange things to people, and the amount of narcissism that's driven in the world of celebrity, the amount of self-aggrandizement that we go through is a bit, the least to say, a bit imbalanced. But there are other aspects to what we do, and those aspects you'll see displayed in this film with some of my colleagues. Thank you for coming. I hope that my task is to get this film before young people. I'm primarily interested in high schools and universities. We have a huge campaign doing that. But it is also an important film, I think, for Americans to see, to know a little bit more about what took place in the last century and what's going to take place in this present time in which we're living, like Wall Street, Occupy Wall Street, the 99%, the 1%, the world in general. So thank you for coming. This film could not have been made without Susanne Rostock. Once we found her and found the person who could look at over 800 hours of film, to go through it all, to look at all the interviews, to do everything and then come up with a style, a cinematic style that did honor to the content as well as frame it for the cinema appetite. I think we couldn't have gotten anybody better. And out of that union and our experiences making that film, we're now embarking on our next project together. We've started already, and many more to come. I'd like Susanne to say hello to you.
Thank you, Harry. I think I'll let the film speak for itself, and thank you again for coming. And I made this film for my daughter, my teenage daughter and her friends, and as Harry said, we made it for young people, and it's so important to understand the past in order to change the future. And I really felt strongly about giving the feel of history, not just the fact of history. So hopefully that does that to you. Thank you.
I'd like to ask the two gentlemen sitting in the back eating the popcorn not to eat so loudly.
They were.
Thank you. Please turn off your cell phones. Enjoy the evening.